In a village known for its master potters, there lived a young man named Kai. He had a natural talent, but his hands were often guided by fear. Every time he sat at the potter wheel, a chorus of negative thought would play in his mind. The clay will collapse. He had think, my last pot was clogged. I am not as good as the others. And more often than not, his fear would come true. His pot would crack, slump, or turn out lopsided. The village's oldest and wisest potter, Master Elara, watched Kai for many days. He saw his talent, but she also saw the invisible chains of doubt that bound his hand. One morning, she approached him. Kai, I have a special task for you. I want you to make a single vase for the upcoming spring festival, but you must follow one rule. She handed him a small, smooth river stone. Before you begin, you must go to the quietest part of the forest, hold this stone, and whisper into it all your fears about this vase. Tell it if you are afraid it will break, that it will not be beautiful, that you will fail. Pour every single doubt into this stone. Kai thought it was a strange request, but he respected the master. He went to the forest and for an hour he whispered all his anxiety into the cold stone. You will be a failure, he told the stone. Your walls will be uneven. Everyone will laugh at you. He felt a little lighter after, as if he had emptied a poison from his soul. He returned to Master Elara. Good, she said. Now place that stone on the shelf across the room where you can see it. And I have a second rule for you. As you shape the clay, you are only allowed to speak word of encouragement. You must tell the clay what you want it to become. Kai was skeptical, but he agreed. He sat at the wheel and began to work the clay. As his hand moved, he started to speak. His voice hesitant at first. You will be strong, he whispered to the clay. Your walls will rise tall and even. You will be graceful. He glanced at the stone on the shelf, which now represent all his fear. He then looked back at the clay, focusing on his positive word. You will hold the most beautiful flowers of spring, he continued, his voice growing steadier. You will be a vessel of beauty and strength. A remarkable thing began to happen. With each positive command, his hand moved with more confidence and precision. The clay seemed to respond, rising smoothly under his touch. The negative thought tried to creep back in, but every time they did, he would back at the stone, acknowledge his fear was over there, and then turn his focus back to the clay, speaking words of creation. For days he worked this way. The vase that took shape on his wheel was unlike anything he had ever made. It was tall, elegant, and perfectly balanced. It was a masterpiece. On the day of the festival, Kai Vase was centerpiece of the celebration. The villagers marveled at its beauty. Kai found Master Elara and bowed deeply. Master, was the stone magical? Elera smiled warmly. No, Kai, the magic was not in the stone, but in you. Fear and faith cannot sit on the same potter wheel. You separated your fear from your work. You put your doubt on a shelf and chose to mold your creation with word of hope and intention. She continued, our minds are like a potter wheel, and our thoughts are the hand that shape our life. If you constantly feed your mind with thought of failure, you will create a life that is cracked and mishappen. But if you intensely feed it with the thought of strength, beauty, and possibility, you will shape a life that is work of art. This is profound truth. Your life, your confidence, your success, it is all being shaped on the potter wheel of your mind. What are you telling yourself today? Are you whispering fear or are you speaking words of creation? If this story resonates with you, share one positive word in the comment that will you will use to shape your day. Let's fill this space with creative energy and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more stories to help you becoming the master porter of your own life.